Hello everybody, welcome to TOKUSATSU. I am bringing you Kamen Rider X8 episode 31. As you can tell, I am on my phone today because my computer's being a bit on the fritz. At least with the Audacity side, so, you know what, it doesn't really matter. It's, you know, technical difficulties. So let's get down to the episode. It was interesting. It wasn't as jam-packed with action as it usually is. This one took itself very slow. Like, I mean, almost Kuga type slow. It was very methodical in what it did. And even the fight was, even though there were, what, there were two actual fights, it was still very slow in a way. So, it was weird, but I liked it. I did like it, though. So let's get right down to it. So with this episode, we start with basically Poppy telling everybody, yeah, Dan's back and we got to work with him. Nobody wants to. Nobody. They're all like, no, this guy's an asshole. Why the fuck are we going to work with this asshole? And she's like, well, yeah, you're right. So Dan starts going off saying, okay, guys, look, I know I've been an asshole, but hey, you could technically possibly bring people back to life. And everyone's just like, yeah, we don't believe you. Except for Hiro. Hiro's the only one who actually sort of thinks, okay, maybe he might be onto something. So, we'll see. From here, we go to a semi-fight, because there's just... excuse me. Oh, man, my throat just got really bad there. So, the one thing I do like about this is that the fighting with the Chronicle, you know, when people are using Chronicle, they don't, you know, form 2-episode stories around them. They're very short, very tiny little things of, this is what Chronicle did to me and this is why I'm fighting. And I'm talking about the players, not the actual writers. And I think that's really cool. I think it's just a little thing to make it feel a bit more realistic. Because, you know, not everyone has enough time to devote to one ride player. There are multiple ride players that are getting fucked over by Chronicle. And it's cool to see the little tidbits of who's being messed with, who's being fucked over, and who's had the casualties of this thing. And it's really awesome. I'm sorry, I have bad allergies today. So, we see from here that with M, while M and Poppy are, you know, taking care of the ride player, the mother of the ride player, which is really weird, but whatever, we see, well, Dan fighting Pallid again. And we think, well, he's level 0, what the hell is he going to do? He has a very, very special talent. I remember how in the last episode they said he can nullify Bugster viruses. Well, apparently that also means he can level you down. So he was able to level down Pallid to at least, I think, a level 75, I believe. Which is still way above a level 0, but still, we can see that. Then Pallid kills Dan. Yes, he kills Dan. Now we think, well, that was stupid. Why did he even do that? Well, because Dan has continues. His alpha gas shed allows him to have continues. He has 99 lives. Well, technically 97 now after the end of the episode, but that doesn't matter. He can keep coming back for all those lives. He just basically put it in a cheat code. What an asshole. I will say, though, it is very, very funny to see Dan pop out of that little continue tube right out of Mario. I love it. It's hilarious to me. So we see from there, Pallid just leaves, he's bored, and everyone's just going around shitting on Dan, like, what the fuck is wrong with you, dude? But we do get some insight, though. Dan's mother is technically Poppy. Yeah, Poppy. Which is really, really weird, but at the same time, I'm for it. It gives him something to do, it gives him a bit backstory that we didn't really need, but it's nice to have some for him. And of course, Dan kind of gives the whole shtick of, I don't really care, I'm still the god of games and stuff like that. He's the king of games. He's basically Yu-Gi-Oh! So, Poppy's like, well, guys, just give him a chance, man. Just give him a chance. So, from there, everyone's just like, whatever, I don't give a fuck, man, just whatever. So, Hiro goes off, because remember, he still believes that Dan's little thing of people can still come back. which may or may not be true. We don't technically know yet. I mean, come on, remember, Dan has lied before. So, may or may not be true, but he's going out to be Chronicle on his own, which is kind of interesting. So, from there, we see that Dan's like, we'll see Emu. Well, I'm going to say Emu, I don't care. Basically, just doesn't trust Dan, which is obvious. He's killed people, and he's been kind of a dick. So Emu's like, no, I don't trust this guy at all. Let's not do this. And Poppy's like, well, give him a chance, never know. Emu's like, yeah, I do know. He killed people. So after this, Dan just leaves. Dan leaves to go fight Pallid again. Now, while he's fighting Pallid, Poppy just gets fed up and attacks Dan and makes him... while he's fighting Pallid, Poppy basically attacks Dan to get him out of the Rider suit and kind of scold him. I thought it was kind of funny, though, while she was scolding him, because I'm just thinking, is Pallid just standing there the whole time, just thinking, what the fuck are they doing? Like, he just stands there. I just find that funny, but then again, that's video game logic, I guess. Hey. But still, M's there, he's like, what the fuck is going on? So then, Pallid uses Dangerous Zombie. Now, Dangerous Zombie is something we haven't seen in a while, which is really damn awesome to see it again, though. But he didn't use it. He put in this Gashikon axe gun, whatever it's called, Gunnix or whatever you want to call it. Puts it in, and he's about to shoot Dan, or he's about to shoot Poppy. Now, Dan, because he feels a bit bad for Poppy, and he had this little mini flashback to his mother, because remember, Poppy's technically his mom. He pushes her away and takes the full blunt of the blow, and game overs. Then, again, remember, he has 97 lives now. He just came right back. But he did get a bit of humanization, at least we think he did, about saying, well, Poppy's a life I created, and I'll beat your ass if you try that again. So, basically, after that, Em and Dan, they put their differences aside. I still wouldn't trust this motherfucker as far as I could throw him, but they put their differences aside, and they fight Pallid. Now, the entire time, Pallid is basically getting powered down by Dan whenever he can. All the way down to level 50, if I remember. Yeah, he got him all the way down to level 50. So, of course, Mighty Action, or Maximum Mighty Action, just destroys this guy. And I'm not going to lie, the fight was really damn cool. I personally really liked it. I know a lot of people shit on the fights in X8, but man, the fight in this episode was really good. The last one was really good. So they beat Pallid, he disappears, and everything's fine. And Dan gets Dangerous Zombie back. Fucking finally. I miss Dangerous Zombie, and I can't wait for that theme song to start playing again. It better start playing again, or I'm going to call bullshit, Toei. And towards the end, and at the end, Dan's just like, yeah, I'll work with you guys, and I got presents. Yeah, Dan brings presents, so what else did you need but more Dan, but presents from Dan? I mean, come on, that's awesome. He gives everyone a little something. He gives the Dorifima Beat Gashat trophy, the little trophies you get for beating the levels in Chronicle, to M, which is Poppy's, so you don't have to beat her. He gives another dual gear beta, there you go, a dual gear beta to Snipe. So now both of them have it, so now they both can use level 50, which is kind of cool. It was a kind of cool way around that. And basically, he gives Nico, because Nico wanted something, a lollipop. That was fucking adorable. But he does do one thing for Hero. One thing that we've wanted to know. Now again, he could be talking completely out of his ass, and he's lying through his fucking teeth. But he did tell Hero that everyone who's ever died from a gas shot, from the Bugster virus, can be brought back from the proto-gas shot they were infected with. Now, here's what I say about that. That doesn't mean that whoever dies from Chronicle can come back, because they don't have proto-gas shots of Chronicle. And technically, the Bugster that's coming out of Chronicle is from Chronicle. It doesn't technically count. So does that technically mean that Bakso Bike ain't coming back? That means Kiryu is dead as shit. The only way you can bring him back is if he was infected by the Bugster and he disappeared by the Bugster from that proto-gas shot. So like what's the proto gas shot that got taken? It was Tato Quest, right? It was Tato Quest that took Hiro's girlfriend, so he needs to defeat that Bugster and take that gas shot. Boxo Bike didn't have that, so that means Curious gonna stay dead. So yeah, have fun with that night. And finally, the preview. Preview was pretty cool. I do like this. It was very artistically made. The final battle, with all three high-level Bucksters, Bio Boy, Pallid, and Love Man. So they're all gonna go fight them, all four. And we see little hints and bobs of each of them using their final forms, and even Dan using Dangerous Zombie, thank God. But we get one final peek before next episode of Kamen Rider Chronos. That's going to be cool, because they're leading you to believe that it's not going to be Dan. Or the Dan that we know. Ah, yes. So that's going to be cool to see. So, overall, great episode. Really slow. Not a bad thing, though. It's nice to take baby steps every once in a while, because if not, we'd go fucking insane. But yeah, overall, liked the episode, and yeah, I would suggest to go watch it. If you haven't been watching X8 now, go watch it now. So, if you like what you heard here, please like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys next week. Bye-bye.